for joining me for That's the Way It Is. I'm your host, BC. Today I'm going to talk about a story that I had read and thought I'd share it with you because I think that it's something we can still use today. There were some students who was leading a protest, and they had a mediator to come in to try to I guess you could say calm the issue. Anyway, so the superintendent handed the guy some faxes that came from the kid's parents. Well, the guy looks at one, and the dad has sent a message telling his son, "Do not embarrass our family." He looked at the next one, and it said, "I will cut you off, will not leave you a dime." The other one said, "If you get suspended, you are not coming home." Then he looked at another one. It said, "Study, son, study." And the man thought to himself, now that's a parent. And and that's what it is. We got to give encouragement to not only our kids, but to each other. We as Christians, that's what we were supposed to do. That's why the Bible tells you, when two or more are together, there I am also. We have to come together and support each other. And that's something that's really not going on. I don't care if you're Southern Baptist or you're Baptist, or if you Pentecost, Presbyterian. I don't care. We shouldn't be fighting and bickering among ourselves. We got enough of that with the world. And even when Jesus was here, he had the whole world against him, you might as well say. And but if God is with you and you're with God, who can stand against you? No one. And my whole point is, we are so focused on making $1 in churches today, and a church being run like a business, that people actually believe that building is the church. That building is not the church, people. We are the church. Let me say that again. A building is not the church. We are the church. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When Jesus and the disciples were here on earth, every now and then they preached at the Temple Mount, but the majority of their preaching was done out by the river, out in the wilderness, or in someone's home. So that right there tells you that a building is not the church. How many times is the temple even mentioned in the Bible? I can think right off the top of my head a couple of times, other than, I'm talking about when Jesus and the disciples. I can remember just a handful of times. And how many times were, John the Baptist, he didn't even go to the temple, he was down by the river. And, you can say that he baptized people there in the river, that's why he was there. But the thing of it is, he lived out there. He lived in the wilderness. And you know what? He done that so he'd be closer to God. Now, I'm not saying that you need to pack up tent and take off and live out in the woods. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that we need to come closer to God. I mean, look what's going on in just the United States today. You can't tell me that we're honoring God, not as a whole. They even talked about taking "In God We Trust" off of the penny. It's a penny. They've already taken prayer out of schools. They've done that years ago. And I don't even think they say the Pledge of Allegiance of the flag anymore. Because scared it would offend someone. Well, people, I'm here to tell you, if I'm offending you, sorry. Not sorry. I'm not, because what if me not being able to speak what I feel or how I feel and what I think is offending me? You know, I have a constitutional right to speak how I want to speak and speak about what I want to speak. You know, so if that offends you, that's your tough. You know, and you can say, well, Billy, that's not Christian. I'm sorry. Now, I'm sorry. But, you know, I don't know of any other way to put it, you know, and I'm putting it a nice way to me. I'm not going to apologize for my beliefs. So you can hang that up. You know, you know, I seen what was the name of it? Bolt, the guy talking about, well, we'll put a pen in it, we'll talk about, no, I ain't putting a pen in nothing. We'll talk about it now. And, you know, so my point of the whole video is, you know, we got to, as Christians, we're supposed to love one another anyway. We're supposed to love everybody. But, you know, we're supposed to love one another anyway. So why is this church talking about that church? The only reason why that church is talking about that church is because it wants its members. That's not what it's about, folks. And if you're going to a church like that, I want to be the first to apologize, because that's not what church is about. I've been in churches that has these groups, their own little cliques. That's not what church is about, folks. You know, and that's just like being back in high school. You know, I wasn't part of no clique in high school. I'm not going to be a part of a clique now. You know, you can say, well, you got your own clique, man. That's fine. I can deal with that. But I'm not going to be at an exclusive group, because I don't believe in them. Thanks for joining me. You have a wonderful day.